Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the official ARK podcast, number 283. My name's Coach Mistletoe, and I'm here live with the core team. Your host for tonight, as always, the one and only Mr. Atlas. The floor is all yours, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, Mistletoe. And folks, welcome back to another edition of the ARK Daily Podcast. This is Thursday, August 10th. Another busy day here on the ARK. We're here for Brett Nordin in just a minute with the updates, filling you in on what's going on. I know we've got a very busy weekend ahead. Mr. Green's already in the sausage room, strapped in, chained to the chair, working on the smart contracts that are finishing touches for the referral system, the two-level referral system for the Terra card. Getting very close, folks, and we're very excited. Something we're very proud about, because we all understand what building utility means. It's that continuous, ever-growing revenue. Crypto, my friends, is not a trend. It is here to stay. It is no secret. The big banks, the big institutions, they want their piece of the action. They want to come play in the crypto world. They want to come earn. They want to not just survive, they want to thrive. They want to be on the right side of history, on the right side of technology, and on the right side of the crypto printers. Just like me. PayPal announced this week they're launching their own stable coin, my friends. Shout out to the PayPal folks. I would find it very hard that anyone here on the live podcast, and most people that we know at one point in the last decade haven't used PayPal at least once. They're by far the leading payments system in the globe. They're tapped in to global off-ramps, all banking systems, all continents. There's no place they're not doing business, and that is very bullish for us, folks. We are ahead of the wave of the masses being here today, being in DeFi, being on the ARK. A fantastic place to be. And every time we see one of these giant companies adopt crypto, get involved in crypto, and now get to the point where they're developing their own crypto, that is fantastic. Some folks are not thrilled about BlackRock and some of these massive institutions getting involved, and I respect and I understand that, but I believe that it doesn't matter where the fiat comes from, as long as it comes over here into the space, it is liquidity, it is healthy. We understand there are certain risks involved. There are certain controls that want to be imposed, and KYC is ahead. And take a look at the roadmap. Why are we building these decentralized systems? Why are we building products that folks can use to stay safe behind encryption? To have a decentralized VPN, to have encrypted email, to have password management, to use zero-knowledge proofs. That's why we're here. That's what we're building. And every day we see it get better and better and better. Regardless of what the price of ARK is right now, today, this team coming together, this community coming together, there's a purpose, there's a goal much, much higher, much wider, so much more opportunity, so many different businesses that are getting started right here. If you're a legacy NFT holder, you've got stock in several different startups that we have here on the ARK. So the news will keep coming. We're going to be seeing more and more players, more big corporations. We were seeing Base. We talked about that yesterday in DeFi sessions, coming out with their layer 2. People are going to be able to launch NFTs. Coca-Cola's now in the mix. They're looking for ways to reward customers. It's happening. We're getting to witness it. We're getting to be a part of it. And we're here building to provide services for all of these folks that are going to enter into the space. We're going to get to educate so many folks in this process. So thank you for allowing me to share my enthusiasm, my positive outlook as to what's ahead. I hope that you've also taken time to look at the white paper, be here with us, and understand the why, the how, and what the results that are before us are going to look like. So thank you for that. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Brett Nordin. How are you doing today, sir?
Good. Yeah, great to see the positivity and some buys coming in. That's exciting.
Yes, sir.
I know. Yeah. Alex has his little dashboard, and we always chat back and forth about what the situation, the lay of the land is every day. With the sells versus the buys, and how much USD is coming in, which wallets are selling the most, and those kind of things. So it's fun to see, and it's great to see that there's still some positivity, and that can snowball pretty quickly. So looking forward to that. And I know as we push out these utilities, that's going to give more credence to the people that have been sitting on the sidelines, or even the ones that have smaller wallets and want to take advantage of topping them up now before the price appreciation. So yeah, I think that's a smart move, and I think we're gonna create some shock waves with Terra Card, and we got some good progress on that today. We in the stages of finalizing. We have a few different design layouts that we're going to take a look at for the standard card layout, and of course we have a custom version if you want to add your own logo and things, but we're trying to specify the area in which you could add that logo, sizing, and things like that, so that we have a production process in place. Alex made some great progress in the back end, a lot of kind of behind the scenes stuff. He's been working on the UI pieces throughout the week, and we've been going back and forth. I know you've been involved in that as well, Atlas, of just, approving it, looking at the text, the user flow for the various processes. He finished up all the ID verification stuff this week, and now he's working on the back end stuff. And there was a lot of work there tying everything together. So, we have, even though we have a banking provider on the back end, we still have to build our own back end for handling, the passing of all of this data. And as you enter it in the UI, how that gets sent over to the bank for approval. We also have our own check, a manual check that we have to do on our end. So it's a fairly complicated flow, especially compared to the Air Card. So, I didn't appreciate how much work there really was in the beginning, and we're really far along now, so we can look back and say, wow, there's quite a bit going on here. But appreciate everyone's patience, and we're getting this thing finished up as fast as we can. But I think it's all going to work out great, and I think Mr. Green, doing the smart contract piece this week as well will be one of the last pieces of the puzzle before we can have a functioning system to test, and that's really what our goal is. Early next week, hopefully we can get into some testing and do some cards and test the verification process and all those things. So it's coming together great. Also did some work today on the privacy solutions, just back and forth with the dev team, who's working diligently on that process, getting up super early every morning to correspond and communicate. They're all over in the European zone. And so that's taking quite a bit of my morning. And then this afternoon, we worked on the design stuff. So yeah, it's got kind of a full plate. We're expecting an update from our developer on ArcLight by the end of day tomorrow, based on the progress this week. But we know that's going to be probably well ahead of some of the other things that we have to get finished up for ArcLight. But the pieces of that are coming together as well. So yeah, all positive, all good. I think we don't have any really big stumbling blocks, and a lot of people have been asking about the other roadmap items and things, but we've just got to get through TerraCard, obviously ArcLight, and then the privacy products are going to be running in parallel with all of that. So that's kind of where we're at. Anything else you wanted to add to the development stuff?
No. I just, as I said before, very excited with the way everything's shaping up. We also had news today that Revolut is pulling out of the United States. So if anybody has accounts here, make sure take your funds out. Going to stay a couple weeks on, but again, another positive affirmation, right? A confirmation of understanding that our products are going to have more demand as time moves forward.
Yeah, what's interesting is I feel like there's, we have like three pieces to the world that's sort of developing. We've got, North America under NAFTA, you've got the European Union, and then you have sort of the BRICS piece. And I feel like that's sort of going to be that interim step before we go to the one global solution. It'll probably feel global, even though it'll be still somewhat in those regions. But that interesting that Revolut, I know they were born out of the European Union and the UK, correct? They were out of the UK?
Yes, they are a UK-based company.
Yeah, so we're seeing like these
back it up and leaving.
these little lines being drawn, and maybe blockchain solutions as well as CBDCs and things of that nature, sort of taking over certain regions. And then I'm sure that the interoperability will be the piece that ties it all together. But very interesting. And you see, you mentioned Twitter or X, whatever that is, has their stablecoin issued by Paxos, and we know that Paxos was the problem for Binance, or they got in trouble for BUSD with Binance. So yeah, kicking out Binance, but welcoming in PayPal. And there's a big PayPal presence here in Arizona. I think they had one of the largest offices here. So yeah, interesting to see. So you see sort of the chess pieces are moving back home. It's like, oh, you were in Europe, get out of here. You're, if you were born somewhere else, you better go back to your home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Times are changing. And
quickly.
Hong Kong is opening the doors.
Yeah.
Saying,
yeah, and then you got Hong Kong.
In. They're rolling out the red carpet, projects. They're by law forcing every bank to open accounts for projects. They're offering licenses. They're offering ETF approvals. They're going full fledged. They're not messing around. So yeah, it's interesting to see how it all develops.
Well, you know how that goes too. You got the first mover, and then everybody else FOMOs in. Like, oh, well, geez, Hong Kong's doing it. We better get our butts in. We know Dubai's already been there, so you got the financial center of the Middle East. You've got Hong Kong, which is basically Asia. Singapore, well on board, and London, well ahead probably of New York at this point. We could safely say that. So yeah, the United States will FOMO in eventually, but let everybody else get established in a nice position before. It's a head scratcher, but
they want to seat at the table.
Yes. Well, they got BlackRock, so I mean that's the trump card, right?
Exactly, my friend. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it over to Coach Mistletoe, thank you for the update, Brett. And let's see what the Mistletoe has planned for us. Oh, look at that beautiful wheel. What's that wheel?
It's the amazing I Heart Arc wheel. Do it every single day. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the shorts contest. There was a couple people that have been trying to take advantage of the system and trying to enter in some shorts without having an Ark Vault wallet. So everyone that enters into the shorts, I know most of you obviously here are all in the community, but do make sure if you're participating in the contest, you do have an active vault account. If it's just a mistake and you sent the wrong wallet or your alt account or whatever like that, just I reached out, sent those people DMs. Can definitely send in a different wallet if you have an Ark wallet. But do want to talk a little bit about the shorts contest. We need one more just for another batch of 3 to get another daily Ark short prize going. The winner of that too is going to be the last person to win, the last person to move to the third round, or not third round, second round of the third week of the round 2 for the $100 worth of Ark. And how that works is every single day when we get 3 different shorts submitted to myself or the sweep widget. If you don't know how to find the sweep widget, just send me a DM, send me your short, and I'll help you get it submitted there. But every time we get 3, we're going to host them live on the podcast, show all 3 shorts here for the community. And after the pod, we have a poll where everyone can go vote for their favorite short of the day. After 24 hours and the next day, we basically close the poll. We find out who has the most votes, and the person that has the most votes wins the prize of best Ark short of the day. They're going to be featured on the sweep widget. Their videos are going to be posted on the official Ark YouTube channel. They're also going to win $50 worth of Ark. Not only that, but they're also going to move to the second round, where every single time we get 7 winners for the week, we are going to do a round 2 where we're going to have the 7 winners of the week do another poll. The community is going to be able to vote for all those 7 shorts for their favorite one. And they're going to claim the prize of best Ark short of the week. They're going to win $100 worth of Ark. And so tomorrow is going to be the last day for the third week. So if you have some shorts kicking around, definitely is a good time to upload them. Try to get into that winner tomorrow and move to the second round. But once we have our 4 winners of the weeks, we're going to do move those 4 winners to round 3, where we're actually going to do a head-to-head vote off with the community again, with all 4 shorts of the week, winners of the week, to find our grand prize winner of the best Ark short of the month. They're going to take home the grand prize of $500 worth of Ark. But it doesn't stop there. We're also going to be doing another $500 prize for the person that has the most viewed video. So you can upload across all different platforms, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Shorts, Twitch Shorts. There's a lot of different platforms out there now. So it definitely gives you best interest to upload them on all the different ones. I know TikTok is, if you're looking for the most views, TikTok is pretty crazy. I think AJ Metz is still winning. I haven't looked in a little bit, but last I saw, she had over 10,000 plays on her TikTok over there. So if you're not uploading all of your stuff, we have even more incentives for you to upload them across all different platforms. If you don't win any of the daily prizes, the weekly prizes, the monthly prizes, what we're doing at the end of the month is anytime you submit any sort of short, even if you spent 10 minutes on it, you went for a nice little hike and just recorded yourself talking about how awesome the Ark is, or you went crazy and did some cool AI skits, or even just talked about something on the roadmap. It's very easy, but once you get any sort of short submitted, you can submit them. If you create one piece of content, you can submit it on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all the different platforms, and every single platform that you post that same video on will actually get you an entry onto a wheel just like this, where at the end of the month, what we're going to do is we're going to take every single short link that gets submitted to the sweep widget, we're going to put them on a giant wheel, and we're going to choose 5 lucky random winners to win $100 worth of Ark each. So even if you don't think you're the best creator out there and you don't have a shot competing against some of these super creative people like Deshaun and Brandon and the coin builder, you can still win some free prizes by putting yourself out there, getting a video out there, creating some content on the Ark. And even if you don't win, you never know. Your content always lives up there. You might get some referrals. Put your referral link in the description, and you might be surprised to get a few referrals, especially if it goes viral. You never know with the algorithm. But that's the that's the shorts contest. We just need one more video for another batch of 3. So if you're holding out, this is definitely a time to get your last one in there. But on back over to the all aboard wheel. This is definitely a daily tradition we do here on board the Ark. Every single day, live on the podcast, we spin this wheel. It's super easy to get involved, super easy to get your name on the wheel. All you need to do is at the end of the podcast, every day we post a new sweep widget link. It's posted in the main chat in the announcements channel, contest and giveaway topic. Very easy to find. You can always repost it if you can never find it for you. But once you find that new sweep widget link, simply click on that link. You're going to be redirected to a new website. That website is going to give you a list of tasks. Those tasks are going to range from liking and commenting on the daily podcast uploaded over to YouTube, all the shorts that are submitted to this shorts contest, Medium articles that get posted for the Ark, all the Twitter tweets as well. I guess say x.com, and as well as simply just leaving a Trustpilot review or clicking on some websites and visiting them. It's super easy. Once you go through all of those tasks there, every day your name is going to pop up on this lovely iHeart Ark wheel, where every single day we spin it live here on the podcast to find our lucky winner of $50 worth of Ark. If we land on your lucky name when we spin it, you are going to be the lucky winner of $50 worth of Ark. And yeah, that's the shorts contest. Even if you don't win, it really does help push the algorithm for everyone here on board the Ark. And you always got tomorrow because we do this every single day. So I really encourage everyone to get involved. Really helps support the community and win some free crypto. Everyone loves free crypto. So without further ado, let's spin this wheel. Let's find our lucky winner for today. And good luck, everyone. Congratulations, Hobbs313. You are our lucky winner for today, winning $50 worth of Ark. Thank you, everyone that participates every single day. Really helps. And back to you, Atlas, for the Spark.
Yes, sir. It is the Sparky time. So let's go ahead and do the Sparky Spark. Wish all of you great luck. I think everyone in here right now knows exactly how this goes. So let's sit back, relax, and find out who the Sparky winner is going to be. We already know who the MVP is, with $400 coming in. We're going. And here we go, folks.
Let's get this crypto.
Let's get this crypto. Let's get this crypto.
All right, folks, there we have it. Today's lucky Spark Prize winner. Their wallet ends in 2D67. They won 78.
I think it's bugged out.
Oh,
Seems to be the
you're
same
right.
MVP.
Hold on a second. Let me check it out. What is the DF showing us? Looks like it didn't release. Nope, it didn't release on the DF side. So, we're gonna have to run it again. Nobody's in a hurry. Let's find out who our Sparky winner is. So sit back and chill. Should begin in about 2 minutes. Release the beast.
Atlas, what was that song you were just playing? The first one.
J Twig. I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
I would also like to know.
If you like that much, we'll play it again.
It sounded like it was sampled. Something that was sampled from a song that I know.
From a track called Quest?
Yeah.
It's not. It's close.
Okay.
But it's a different. No, but yeah, very close to that. I know exactly what you mean. Because I thought this thing. Let's see here. It's actions. Spark Prize winner, their wallet ends in C77E. They've won 711.34 ARK, and they are a first-time winner. Congratulations to our Spark Prize Nitro Boost. That's right. Nitro boosting. And of course, our MVP, we've been talking about him all podcast, bringing in 405.47 USD into the vault. Their wallet ends in 2D67. They're getting their shot of the Nitro Boost as well. It is a beautiful thing, folks. So I believe that's going to bring us to the conclusion of our pod today. Oh, Z's here. I wasn't sure you're going to be here, Mr. Z, since you're going wheels up tomorrow, traveling to the Far East on a big jet plane.
We're here. One final day. I got to give the news to the crowd. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of cool things in the Southeast, crypto-wise, Web3-wise, and a lot of adoption. So I'll keep you guys posted. My coverage will be a bit bad, but I'm sure I'll make it up in other ways. So yeah, there's a few things I want to kind of look into. Mistletoe, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Amazing. Cool. So a few things that are happening this week. Normally like markets go sideways. But one thing I'm keeping my eyes on is when the dollar sort of increases in price or strengthens, right? We normally get we get a divergence pattern. So what happens is the dollar finds strength. I mean, we had the Chinese price, the price sort of retail index that came out this week in China. So China sort of the yuan is weakened, and since then the dollars went from 100 to 102, and since then we've seen the Dow Jones strengthen. So anything American is strengthening right now, but it's also sending any of the riskier assets down below. So what we're seeing is we're seeing shorts on BNB, on BTC as well. The market completely rejected, you can say, the price action of 30,000. So if there was any hope that we were looking to go up to 30,000, those hopes were denied with these sell-offs. So when you guys see wicks like these, like if you guys can see my screen, this means that the whales have taken a bit of profit. So whenever we hit these tops, we make a triple top. We tell you folks, take some profits. And here we told you again, take some profits again. So this is a 4-hour chart, and we are still in this zone that I marked up a month ago. We're tapping into these levels, and I think we stay sideways here until we know the outcome. And right now the outcome is that the dollar wants to strengthen, the Fed Reserve wants to increase its interest hikes, and they're doing that for a reason, because they want cheaper assets. And that's what we're getting with BTC. So BTC's at 29,000. So that's the news on the charts. Now this is another thing I want to cover, because a lot of people know about Base. So Base mainnet, Coinbase's DeFi mainnet was launched, and we expected a lot of hype. Honestly, we heard about, I think about under $200 million was sort of injected into its utility, but here's the surprising thing that's happened today. So on the first day that we saw sort of Base mainnet get launched, we've only had an inflow of $10 million on opening day. So people are a bit skeptical, saying why is something big as Base mainnet only bringing in $10 million on opening day? Usually, I think when BNB chain went, we saw $100 million on its very first day. Then we saw almost $500 million, $500 million, sorry, in its first week. So whatever we're going through in DeFi right now, it's like all the big sort of mainnets are going through as well, and Base is not further from that. So what happened with Base is when the beta launch happened, a bunch of meme coins came to the scene. And I think we covered one of the meme coins called Bald. And Bald was one of the biggest rug pulls we've seen in months. So the question is, why the slow day, right? Why the slow day? So I'm going to read here, and you guys can make a scenario out of this. So a reason for the slow first day could be that most investors who wanted to bridge to Base did so before the official launch. So this is true. A lot of people moved onto the hype train. I started to see more Telegram and Discord groups and DeFi saying, everyone, this is getting forked here. Here's the mainnet sort of RPC, add it to your MetaMask and Rabbies and get into this token. This is something I've been sort of seeing for the past week or so. So namely, by finding out a deposit address meant for developers and using it to pour money into a shitcoin instead. This is something that's happened hard in the last 2 weeks. In late July, the issuance of a viral meme coin, Bald, saw traders jump in ahead of the official launch in the search for outsized returns, sending over $66 million via one-way bridge to Base. Right, so this is what happened in the beta stage. The lure of meme coin fortunes such as Bald, which jumped how many million percent, right? 4,000x before collapsing in a starved market likely helped Base attract 68 million in Ether in less than 48 hours. Now, this is when it was in beta sort of launch. At the time, Base ended up recording over $200 million in trading volume and more transactions than popular networks such as Arbitrum over the weekend. Despite outsiders' worry about rug pulls and scams, Coinbase is amping up efforts to draw users to and generate revenues from the new network. The exchange kicked off the On-Chain Summer, a virtual event on Wednesday in celebration of Base mainnet launch. It features more than 50 brands, including Coca-Cola, Friends with Benefits, and a social decentralized autonomous organization and others in events that will run through the end of August. Coinbase is also encouraging users to transfer either Ether to Base in order to mint a free NFT to commemorate the launch of Base mainnet. According to the data from Etherscan, more than 125,000 individuals have minted more than 30 million free NFTs so far. Airdrops, right? That's how you do. So yeah, everyone in this sort of you can say in this sort of you can say bear market, especially right now, the market's a bit starved. We used to be at $3 trillion market cap at one stage, right? At our peak. And if we look into CoinGecko, what we see is we're just at 1.22 trillion. So anything that gets launched gets sold off really, really quickly. And I'm sure the data behind it can be backed if we look into Dune Analytics, if we look into DeFi Llama to see how much the liquidity providers are providing to their issuance. So we're seeing a decrease in a big way, and we're seeing so thus far on Coinbase's launch day, which we had sponsors like Coca-Cola and sort of big sorts of brands coming in, only saw $10 million on its first day of inflow. So in a week we'll know better results. But compare this to Binance Smart Chain, and Binance Smart Chain did 60 million on its first day. So 6 times that. So that's the first thing. So that's the first thing we found out about Base today. Now, the other thing I wanted to cover was security, right? We talked a little bit about security, and I've been saying this to a few developers. This is something I've been talking to developers. I asked developers a question. I'm like, where would you launch a token if you were to right now? If we were to measure security, fast transaction, peer-to-peer sort of documentation, when we talk about an ecosystem that's building, where would you launch? And a lot of people 2 years ago would tell me Binance Smart Chain, right? BNB chain is where we would fork because we see lesser gas fee. We see more faster transactions. Well, now in the last couple of years since we've had layer 2s really make up the scene in sort of your Arbitrum and your optimistic rollups and your ZK rollups, we're seeing BNB chain is getting more expensive. I don't know if any of you have done a transaction on BNB chain, but the transactions come up to I'm averaging about 30 cents to like 50 cents. And even though that's like compared to the $20-30 we used to pay for Ethereum, it's still cheap, but This is not how adoption happens. It should not cost 30 cents to make a simple transaction. So the reason behind that is because a lot of traffic has been going to Polygon. It's been going to ZK rollups because ZK rollups is a fraction of the gas fee that we pay, and it also brings in all the play to earn modules. All the different staking mechanisms are moving to so this week, BNB chain had to do this, had to do something similar. So the article reads, BNB chain hard fork to improve security and compatibility with EVM chains. So Binance's BNB chain is set for 2 upgrades aimed at improving the finality of the network and compatibility with other EVM networks. So BNB chain is set to undergo 2 hard forks in August. And there's going to be times when traffic will be slow this month, and we'll try our best to keep you aware of that. To reduce the possibility of malicious blockchain reorganizations and increase compatibility with other EVMs. So this is something they've had to do. They have had to keep up with Polygon in this way. So the Plato and Hertz upgrades are scheduled for August the 10th and August the 30th. These are 2 days, people, if you guys can keep it in your diary to not make transactions on those days, because these upgrades will happen. It will slow the network really, really down. So respectively, following extensive testings, Plato upgrade, which has already taken place, introduced BEP 126. The latest evolution proposal implements a fast finality mechanism that is expected to rule out the ability for blocks to be reverted. We're sounding more and more like Polygon here. We're sounding more like ZK rollups a little bit. So that's the thing, that they have to upgrade their sort of mainnet in 3 different ways. And one of them is on transaction rate. The other one is on security. So BEP 126 is that. So it goes overall, BEP 126 aims to enhance blockchain security and efficiency on the BNB chain by introducing a fast finality mechanism. So hopefully in the month of September, we start to see gas fee go down from the 28 to 50 cents all the way down to a quarter of a penny, hopefully. Therefore, for compatibility reason, it is important that those EIPs are also enhanced on BSC to ensure smooth development and ecosystem growth. So yeah, this is why you're hearing a lot of people, like you can say big companies, move to. I think this is why Base Mainnet based itself on optimistic rollups for this main reason. We don't want a slow mainnet, and now BNB has to take those pre-measures. So we're going to see some updates. Hopefully, a faster BNB chain in the next month or so. Now, what else did I have to cover in the news? There is another thing on utility, right? So India has started to use crypto in a big way in utility. So I'm going to go brief here, and then I'll end it here. But India wants to use crypto tokens to digitally sign documents. The browser envisions the ability to digitally sign documents using a crypto token. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Like because India has been pretty anti-crypto. I think we've had the same sentiment in China. But now what we're hearing, and to a point, even the U.S. government has been really against crypto in many ways. But now we're learning about its utilities. And India is a big utility here because India, I think, holds under 1 billion sort of reserve population. And when you have this much sort of population, you have a bunch of paperwork, right? A bunch of documentation. And the first thing that India is doing to bring in utility is using crypto token to digitally sign documents. So the browser envisions the ability to digitally sign documents using a crypto token, bolstering secure transactions and digital interactions and support Web3. The Indian Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology wants to give users the ability to use crypto tokens to digitally sign documents in a new indigenous web browser. It has been revealed. The Indian Financial Ministry has not yet taken an official position whether it would legalize or ban crypto, despite taxing it and bringing it under global anti-money laundering standards. The browser envisions the ability to digitally sign using a crypto token, bolstering security. Security is a big thing that happens in countries with higher populations. A lot of forging of documents happens in a place like India, and hopefully they use that as a utility. They use crypto tokens, and they use the authentication of the mainnet to digitally sign documents and not have forks, because a lot of things get forked, right? And things get copied a lot when it comes to migration of documents, when it comes to migration of medical, you can say healthcare sort of data, and then we can get into healthcare, hospitality, and all the other things that sort of see forged documents. So that's what India thinks. Among the desired features in the browser, the government has stated the requirement of support for Web3. The total price allocated is around 400,000 at the deadline to submit the product. It's July. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of hackathons. Finally, some good Web3 utility coming to India. Apart from that, I think there's more. If you guys go to DeFi links, there's articles here on WorldCoin. WorldCoin is getting is facing scrutiny in Latin America a little bit. It started in Argentina this week because Argentina is not liking the way that that data is being collected by OpenAI, by WorldCoin, by the folks. So they're the same module that ChatGPT used, like OpenAI used to like collect data, and now they're being sued for that. Something similar is happening around the world when it comes to WorldCoin. So keep that in mind. Proof of humanity, worth a read. But I think that sort of concludes my DeFi session for today. Thank you. Oh yeah, one last thing I want to cover. One last thing is I got loads of DMs about how to join the airdrop army. To join the airdrop army is very simple, guys. Like, you don't have to ask anybody. All you have to do is go to the server desk in Discord, and there's just a one thing. You just have to click the parachute little icon here. And then you get the airdrop army role, and then you get all the updates on airdrops, on mainnets and testnets. So hope that was helpful. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Z. Right, good job. DeFi Center. You want to click on share screen? We'll go to the closing part here. We want to thank everyone for joining us here on this 30. Great. Looking forward to being here again with you tomorrow. Same time. It's all 4 p.m. EST, 8 UTC. The quick Q&A as I have to see if anyone has a question right after this. Each other, take care of yourself. We'll see you all tomorrow.